Hi and welcome back to Maggie's Kitchen. Today we'll be making a 10-minute keto pizza crust. You can make this for dinner, save it for a snack, whatever. It is a low-carb keto pizza crust though. It's very easy, it's very delicious. I've made it before. But I got this recipe from Duffs and I'm going to try it out again because last time I tried it out was a few months ago. So I'm going to show you guys this recipe and be right back with all the ingredients. Okay, so for our first ingredient, we're going to put in 20 grams of unflavored whey protein. In this case, I'm using soy protein. 20 grams of that right here. I was using a teaspoon because I wasn't sure how much, so I would need, Okay, once we put that away, we're going to grab the almond flour and we're just going to put a cup and a half of that into our bowl. Once we're done with that, we're going to take the coconut flour and we're going to put in 2 tablespoons. Right here I wasn't sure how much, so I only put in 1 tablespoon, but by the end I looked at the his recipe and it said 2. Okay, so after that we are going to grab the xanthan gum. I'm just going to put a half a teaspoon of that into our mixing bowl. Make sure you level that out to get the exact amount. And now we're going to put in a half teaspoon of baking powder. Level that out. Don't want too much or too less. Okay, so put that away and we're going to just sprinkle in some garlic powder. And now we're just going to sprinkle in some salt. Okay, so we're going to whisk this up. Make sure you get it all whisked up pretty good. Okay, so we're going to add in a bowl, put a tablespoon of coconut oil and melt it in the microwave. And just dump that into the bowl, right into the bowl. And now we're going to crack 2 eggs into our bowl, 2 large eggs. And you can just start mixing that up until it gets to about like a crumbly mixture. Okay, we've got to a crumbly mixture. Now we're just going to use our hands and form it into a ball. Okay, we've got our ball. We put it on a piece of parchment paper and put another on top of it. What I like to do before I roll it out is just press down on it to make it smooth. And now I've rolled it out, and I just use a cutter to cut around the edges to make a rough circle. And after that, you're going to put another piece of parchment paper on top and roll it out again. That will form a nice circle, rough circle. Put the other one on top and then just roll it out. going to work out rolling out this dough. And so we're just going to slide that onto a pan, and to make the crust, I'm just going to use parchment paper and kind of roll over the edges with the parchment paper. And then just kind of pull it off of that parchment paper, and it'll be like a curved crust. Now we're going to dot holes into our crust just so no air bubbles will come up. If you don't like air bubbles, just poke those holes in the crust. Usually I get a lot of air bubbles, so just to be safe. Okay, we're all done with that. Okay, we baked our pan in the oven at 450, and this is what it's gonna look like. You can leave it in the oven to get a little bit more browned on the edges, but this is what it's gonna look like after a few minutes. After about 5-10 minutes, and now we're just gonna put our toppings on it. I'm using just regular tomato sauce. You can use regular tomato sauce or just flavor it, whatever you want to do. Just spread it nice, give it a nice even coat on the crust. You can do it a thick coat or a thin coat. Okay, we've got all that sauce on. Now we're just gonna spread some mozzarella cheese on, whatever kind of cheese you like on your pizza. Spread that on top. You can put your other toppings down first and then put the cheese on it, but this time I just put cheese on it and then the other toppings on top after. Okay, so now we're gonna put I've got pork cubes here. This is the meat that I had in the fridge, so you guys can use any kind of meat. People use pork. They use hamburger, sausage, pepperoni, We're gonna make sure we get a lot of that on there. Okay. Now I'm just gonna put on some mushrooms. I'm going to do 1/2 of the pizza mushrooms and 1/2 without. Okay, now we're just going to put that in the oven again until all the cheese is melted. Okay, it's done. Our pizza is done. This is what it's going to look like after we get it done baking in the oven. It stays together pretty good. I just cut myself out a piece. This is what it'll look like. This is a very easy keto pizza crust recipe. It tastes amazing, for keto. Stays together when you hold it. It's pretty good. Okay, make sure to please like and subscribe and hit that notification button. I'm gonna come out with a video, try to every week, but see you in the next video.